Lately, I have been spending time with family in kind of the middle of nowhere in New Hampshire. It has been lovely, and I have really enjoyed getting to know some of the people to whom I am related. However, there's one male relative who has been overly polite, helpful, doing things for me. Okay, so that sounds kind of crazy and weird for me to worry about. I understand that he wants to help me and he's trying to be kind and make my life easier, but there's a certain point at which that makes me feel incompetent and in need of help. And I think my biggest problem with our interactions is that they're happening the way they are because I am a woman. Now, you're welcome to be a person who just has to open a car door for anyone who's around, but if you would absolutely open a car door for a young woman, but not really ever for a young man, that can be problematic. Firstly, it can make that woman uncomfortable if it's not something that really happens ever. Secondly, there's a certain level of believing that opening the door is necessary, that woman requires assistance with pulling handle, that goes into making the decision to open the door. Thirdly, while the person performing the act may think it's the polite thing to do, when politeness is based on the gender of the person with whom you're interacting and not their actual wants or needs, there's a problem. The problem is that the men who do these things have some inherent unarticulated idea that women are less able, that women need help. Period. Which is... yeah. So, for instance, maybe my male relative is a little older and a little less physically able than he once was, but he still insists on carrying most things for me. He is doing what he believes is right and polite and helpful. But I am young and in the prime of my life, and I take particular pride in my strength. So logically, I should be doing the helping and extra carrying. Because we have these differing views, I sometimes end up a little offended. There have been many times over the past 2 months when my abilities have been underestimated or not considered at all because male relative has felt the need to do everything. And yes, this is his way of showing kindness and respect, but that kind of respect should be shown to everyone regardless of gender. Additionally, some men feel that they can further qualify to whom they are required to extend these courtesies based on their chances of a woman wanting to date / hook up with / be interested in anything other than friendship with them. I feel like I shouldn't need to explain why men who feel that they only have to be polite or chivalrous to women who want to have sex with them are assholes, but it seems all too common, meaning it is a thing at all, for me to overlook. If you are only polite to a woman until she rejects you, you are not a good or kind person. If you believe that opening doors and carrying bags will get you into someone's pants, you are not a nice guy. If you think that being chivalrous is being polite and expecting anything in return, then personally, I want nothing to do with you or your bullshit idea of chivalry. Luckily, these people are not in the majority. And I know that being polite is important to a lot of people, particularly men, who have learned to help others. But when that mode of interaction is reserved specifically for women, it denotes a sense of being better and more capable. And that is not acceptable coming from anyone.